Hey, what's up, everybody? To all my skin folk out there. You are now listening to the first official episode of Fetish Aesthetics, the podcast. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm finally able to sit my ass down and get this podcast out, baby, because I was under the weather. I was down in the dumps. I was out of commission. And now I guess I'm feeling a little bit like myself, so I'm just finally happy to be able to record and get this out because it's been a long time, right? It's been a few weeks. Like, it's been since like March, the middle of March, baby. And it's only so long y'all gonna wait, okay, before y'all say, girl, please, like, stop, quit. So I just wanted to hurry up and get this out because I can't say I'm starting a podcast and never put out an episode. That don't make no sense, child. That's crazy. So what's up? How are you? Are you well? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. So this episode, I kind of wanted it to be more of like an introductory episode for y'all. And just give you some tips on finding out what works best for your skin, right? So we're talking about skin types today. And I'm excited because this is the start of a new journey. This is the beginning of something great. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you and you rocking with me, okay? If you're not rocking with me, then you probably need to start because it can only get better from here, right? What I guess prompted me to talk about skincare and skin types is because, like, on social media, what I see a lot of is just people giving out false information. And I see a lot of people being, I guess, upset when I talk to people outside, like buying products because they fave made them or because their friend uses it or somebody they know, somebody famous, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not going to front. Like, I buy products too from online. I'm not going to get your pockets, like I said before, but you also need to have some level of discernment, right? Just because something works for someone else doesn't mean that it works for you. And that's the same thing that I would say about life, right? Just because somebody's on this path doesn't mean that you take the same path and get the same result. Everybody's journey is different. And skincare is a journey, and everybody's journey is different with that as well. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody starts off their journey at zero. So you are starting with a blank canvas and you know where to go from there. I think it's important because you know your skin, that means you know yourself. And then you won't have all these crazies out here telling you to put fucking lemon juice and garlic directly on your skin or using Dove soap and vitamin E to make sure you clear up acne. Child, please, okay? I want you to stop it. Cut the shit. Please, please. I just want to pull y'all aside and give y'all a mammy titty hug like Ayanna Von Sant did with Karuchi on Fix My Life. Every time. Or that meme like Marge gives Maggie in the Simpson meme, you know, she's holding her, putting her hand on her shoulder and they looking at each other like, come here, baby, please stop. I just want to bring you in and tell y'all to cut the shit. Because y'all here giving information, but it's y'all's fault. I'm not like blaming y'all, but y'all eat the shit up, okay? All that somebody got to do is put a rose oil or claim that it's rose oil, put it in a bottle with a cute little label on it. Y'all be like, oh, baby, yes. Y'all bought it and it works. It works. Wrong answer. No, don't do it. Cut it. So this is what I want y'all to do because I want you to stop being fooled by these people. I want you to be able to walk in with fresh eyes and say, that ain't for me, baby. It's not for me, sis. Okay? I want you to start saying that because then you get used to saying it. And it's not just with skincare. It's going to be with other things, right? So what I want you to do is get any type of gentle cleanser. I want you to get, I guess you can, if you already have a gentle cleanser, cool, if you consider it gentle, but I would consider gentle to be like a sensitive skin cleanser, like something that is odorless, colorless, just very light. Cetaphil has one, a sensitive skin cleanser. It doesn't lather as much, and you know, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, they do have like the sample versions of it. Walmart, Kroger, like little bottles of it that you can get, and you can use that as your sensitive skin cleanser for right now. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. And what I want you to do is I want you to wash your face for 60 seconds. I know the very beautiful LA Beautyologist on Instagram, Nye, she is an amazing esthetician out in California, and she has most graciously given us this 60-second rule that I've been following for a couple of years, and it has been great, because what you want to do is you want to wash the day away. I don't think that a lot of people notice how many times they touch their face or what they expose their face to during the day. And so being able to wash 60 seconds, and I'm talking about washing under your chin, your neck, the jawline, around the ears, the hairline. A lot of y'all wearing wigs out there, okay? A lot of y'all wearing wigs and glue and foundation on those hairlines, and I need y'all to clean them, okay? Get in there and clean it. Clean it. 60 seconds for your face, at least 60 seconds for your face. I like to do a deep clean at night, especially because the day is long. You come into contact with a lot of things. If you go outside the house for work, if you go inside, you got kids, their fingers nasty, they go to daycare, whatever, you touch your face. I counted how many times I touched my face, and it was an insane amount. Like things I didn't even notice. Insane amount of times that I touched my face, and my hands have touched computer desk. They've touched my computer screen, keys, food, blah, blah, blah. And of course I wash my hands during the day, but I don't think I wash them enough to clear my face of bacteria. So yeah, just make sure I get a full 60 seconds in at least of washing my face. And then I let that air dry, or I pat dry with a clean towel every time. I think that making sure the towel is clean will be also beneficial, and making sure that you don't add a lot of bacteria to your face right after you wash it, because that is redundant. It just doesn't make sense. So after I air dry, let that sit for 20 minutes. So I don't do anything to my face for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is all I can tolerate. Some people say 30. I only do about 15 to 20 because I have dry skin and I really can't tolerate any more than that. So after you do 20 minutes, you can actually go to the mirror or look or feel anything on your skin and just see what is happening. So if you have normal skin, a lot of it is not going to faze you at all. You don't have any changes. You don't feel anything. And those are not my people. Like, I can't stand y'all. That's fine. That's fine. It's in a good way. It's in a good way. Y'all are the easiest clients to have. You can take anything mostly. And it's great. Like, you really don't have any adverse reactions to anything, and everything is pretty much balanced perfectly, which is an ideal client, really, but it doesn't really get us anywhere forward. Like, we don't really like make products from people with normal skin. So blah, blah, blah. You're not going to really notice anything. You can choose or choose not to wear a moisturizer. But I would still choose to. And then we have oily skin. Baby, you're going to see this before you even get to that mirror, okay? Because the skin is going to be shining. It's going to be giving shine. Slip and slide crew all over your face. Everything shiny. And for that, you're going to notice that sometimes it's maybe accompanied by acne. Clogged pores, papules, pustules, comedones, blackheads, just basically bumps on your face. Bumps, acne, sometimes filled with pus, sometimes not, And we're going to get into different grades of acne in another episode. But just want to say that sometimes oily skin is accompanied by acne, most likely. The third type, I believe we get acne. So dry skin. I'm part of the dry skin crew. Woohoo. Hey, girl. Hey. The dry skin crew, baby, it is trials and tribulations, because that skin that I have, baby, when I don't wash my face, it is tight. I look like the Crypt Keeper, Benjamin Button. It is tight. It burns, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I move it, it's uncomfortable. And a lot of times it's accompanied by ash. I'm going to keep it real. My skin is ashy on my face if I don't put anything on it. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't like that. But we get through it. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some tips. 4, combo skin. Combo skin, the most common type of combo skin that I see is oily T-zone and then dry around everywhere else. You can also have different forms of combo skin, which you can have sensitive and oily, dry, oily, dry, sensitive. So it's different types. And so I think this is actually one of the most difficult skin types to have because you have several different skin types at one time. So you need a lot of different products to treat each condition on your face. Yeah, or each skin type on your face. So actually, I guess it's pretty challenging if you'd like to, like, oh, you can put this mask on your cheeks and then this type of mask on your forehead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it can get kind of bothersome, but it's dope. Like you can see how different things work together to balance out everything. So shout out to y'all. Lastly, this was not an original skin type, but I guess it just recently within the last year or two, most likely have gotten to be more commonplace to have a sensitive skin type. And for this skin type, you're going to see a lot of irritation, redness, and just like some form of, I guess, of possibly acne if you have it, but really this skin is going to look irritated and feel irritated. And you're going to get I guess an inkling to want to soothe. So a lot of soothing products, a lot of odor-free, perfumeless, colorless, just really clean products will do the trick for this, in my opinion. And these are, I guess, also a very difficult skin type because you don't know as an esthetician or as a skin therapist or as a dermatologist what they'll take to and what will cause a reaction. So you want to make sure you use the most gentle products that you have in order to do that. Vanicream is excellent. I was able to use Vanicream on some of my quote unquote clients or myself. My son has eczema. Vanicream is a moisturizer that I use for him when like skin's irritated or like just things in general. So Vanicream is actually very good, and Vanicream was developed because of sensitive skin. So we do get a lot of products from sensitive skin as well. So I do want to shout out y'all as well. Y'all are important. Y'all are included. Y'all worthy. Sensitive skin people. Love you. But basically, we can get into like a mini skincare routine, just saying like for normal skin, of course, you just need a gentle cleanser. It doesn't have to necessarily be gentle, but it can be oily or light. I would maybe just like balancing between the two. And then you can use a serum and you can use a moisturizer, or you can not use a moisturizer. I would still suggest using that just to keep everything in balance. But it's not really a necessity. And for you, I would exfoliate about 2 to 3 times a week. You can use a chemical exfoliant, which is still great because it helps with like just keeping your skin young and youthful and well balanced and moisturized and things of that nature. So normal skin, doesn't really fret too much, doesn't give me too much talk back. But yeah, I would still go through the skincare routine just because in the long run it can help out, because skincare types do change or can change over time and with age and with the amount of product or the amount of intrinsic factors that it's exposed to over time. So it can change. I do want to let you know that. But with oily skin, a lot of water-based products, a lot of light products that are good gel cleansers, light moisturizers, gel cream, I guess, lightweight. Hydro Boost, I think, from Neutrogena is actually a really good line. I really like it. And they have a light cleanser, fragrance free, and they also have a light moisturizer as well, serums. Exfoliants, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but exfoliants, we're going to get into the next episode. We're going to talk about different exfoliants and what exfoliants are good for which skin type and which ones I would consider to use and how they differ, blah, 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 things of that nature. So we'll get into that. For dry skin types, listen, everything oil, cream, as heavy as you can stand it, right? Like in the summertime, I use a lighter oil, a lighter cream, but I still use a cream. So I use like a silicone-free moisturizer from Good Molecules. And then I use the HA moisturizing factors from, what's that brand called? The Ordinary as well. And I use some serums. I use a lot of different things, but I use a cream, like more of like a cream cleanser, for the majority of the time, just to make sure that I just add all that moisture back into my skin because it feels so much better. Hyaluronic acid is my best friend at the moment. I put that on my skin while it's damp. As soon as I wash it, let it dry for a few minutes, and bam, I put that on there. It changed my whole life. I also want to say that Liquid Gold by Stratia is also one of my favorite products as well. It has transformed my skin dramatically. I see buckthorn in it, and sea buckthorn is like a really good product, or ingredient, should I say. And I know this, I was able to like name out products like that just because my skin is dry. So we're going to a lot of dry skin. My mom's skin is dry. My skin is dry. My grandmother's skin is dry. So I do a lot of dry skin consulting and advice giving. So I was able to call out those products immediately. But don't worry, I will give y'all some products if you ask for them. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Sorry. For combo skin, you're just going to want to use or determine what areas have which skin type, and then use products that adhere to that skin type, right? So if you have oily in the T-zone area, use something light. A good gel cleanser probably would help with your whole skin. You don't have to use two different cleansers, but for serums and things of that matter, I would apply serums and moisturizers according to the skin type on your face and the area. So mask as well. Everything else I would use according to that. For a cream cleanser, just depending on what type of combo skin you have, you would base that off of what skin you use. What products you use for moisturizer and serums. And then for sensitive skin, of course, like I mentioned before, anything light, anything fragrance-free, anything color-free, anything that doesn't have a lot of additives in it is going to be your best friend. Like I mentioned before, Vanity Cream is good. Cetaphil, I pretty believe, or CeraVe, like they have good, I guess, sensitive skin lines. And I'll get more into sensitive skin because there's one on the tip of my tongue that I can't think of it right now, but I'll maybe put some in the show notes for you guys, some products that I would suggest. But these are just the products that I would start out with and then move forward from there, right? It can give you a baseline of the products that you're looking for going forward. So that way you're just not out here blowing your pockets, your good ass Nobu money on skincare. Now, if you got it, like I said, you got it. But if you don't, then you're going to want to know alternatives, and you're going to want to know what specifically you need in order to address the skin concerns that you have. Because why are we out here buying products and not using them? Because you can't give them to anybody if you don't know what their skin type is either. Everybody can't use everything. I'm going to reiterate that. Everybody cannot use everything. Everything is not for you. Everything is not for her. Everything is not for him. And it's up to us in order to determine that. I think it's very important, like that, to understand that everything is not for you. And it's also up to these practitioners because they be out here just handing everything to everybody as well to make a buck. And the intentions are not pure nowadays. And I understand that the world is burning, but if I want to retain my clients, if I want to retain friendships and long-lasting relationships, I want to be honest, because that's how you get the most out of your business, your word, your reputation, and just making sure that people trust you, right? Skin is like how people see you, how you kind of view yourself from the outside is the first thing that you see. And unfortunately, a lot of people associate quote unquote good skin by just being clear and clean. Everybody wants clean, clear skin, which is I guess the blueprint. But you have to understand that everybody doesn't have that. And so in order to achieve what you want, you have to make sure that you're feeding your skin the right things. So that's your lesson for today. Like I said, next week we got to discuss exfoliation. And we're going to move forward from there. Get a couple of good episodes, a couple of good interviews in for this first season. I'm so excited to get them out to you. And I am fetish_aesthetics on Instagram. Just like the show is called, is my name on Instagram. You can DM me there if you have any questions, if you have any things that you want me to talk about moving forward, segments that you think, anything, like I said, you suggest, you can DM me there. I'd be happy to talk to you, happy to listen, happy to converse and let you know any advice that you want to give, any suggestions, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to be tolerating if y'all got them nasty attitudes. Keep that in my DMs. But if you want to talk and have a nice conversation, I'm here, right? I have a listening ear. Each one, teach one. Now, if you got a friend that needs to hear this, go ahead and forward it to them. Like, share, comment, whatever you want to do, rate, subscribe. If you got a friend that's not washing their legs, send them my way. You got a friend that's not washing nothing. Underarms, send them my way. Dark underarms, send them my way. Like, I can give you advice, right? But if you don't find nothing wrong with that, case in point, you need to be listening to this podcast too. Because I just can't have y'all out here letting y'all friends be out here dirty, not washing their face. Like, it's not it, right? If you take nothing else from me, nothing else, wash your fucking face and your legs. Meet me here next week, okay? I have exfoliation tea for you that you're probably going to want to hear. You may not want to hear it. It may not be what you want to listen to, but I'm going to give you the real about it. So meet me here next week, okay? Okay? Fetish Aesthetics on the mic with Mo. I'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of your week. Love you.